Coming to you live on 2K Sports, this is the NBA. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan alongside my broadcast partner, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. It's great to have you with us. We'll see Utah and Chicago. And so off the tip, it's Utah. The starters for the Utah Jazz. Stockton is out there with Jeff Hornacek. Then it's Keefe, and there's Malone, and it's Foster in at the 5.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
And Utah has possession. Hornacek outside. Shot clock at 6. And Utah has possession. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Stockton. Rodman grabs the miss.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Well, unless you're the team getting dunked on, of course.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. And Stockton, here we go. Oh, that's blocked. They're running. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
He dishes it to Malone. Fades and shoots. That's good. And so here is Chicago. Pippen kicks to Jordan. Back to Pippen. The drive by Jordan. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Harper. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You got to make them work for it. Challenge every shot.
Harper against Stockton. The feed to Malone. Back to Stockton. Stockton can't get that one to fall. On defense, the Jazz. Trailing by 2. And the slam dunk by Pippen.
Well, give credit where credit is due. Terrific assist inside.
So it's Utah now. Stockton outside. Shot off the pick. Here's Foster. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Foster's got his first 2 points of the night. And here comes Harper. And the pass to Longley. It's Pippen on the wing. The drive by Jordan. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Jordan's got his second basket of the night.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
Stockton against Harper. Pick and roll run by Stockton and Malone. Stockton kicks it to Foster. The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
That's good from Foster. And Foster drops them both. So it's Chicago now. Pass to Longley. Back to Jordan. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harper. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
It's Hornacek on the wing. Now Foster down low. That's good from Stockton. The assist by Foster.
That's his first make after 4 straight misses to start the game, so it's got to be a relief for him.
Outside Harper. The drive by Jordan. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And that sends Michael Jordan to the free throw line. That one on Malone. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. Simpkins comes in for Rodman. Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for Pippen. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Harper. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Ostertag's checked in for Foster. Carr comes in for Karl Malone. Anderson, he's checked in for Keefe. And Isley subbed in for Stockton. Now here's Anderson. Anderson right side. Pass to Isley. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Ostertag. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
The drive by Jordan.
Utah foul call. Jeff Hornacek. That's his first personal foul.
Bulls shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Michael Jordan. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Jordan. Second free throw, no good.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
Here's Isley, defended by Kerr. Isley, the pass to Anderson. Hornacek against Jordan. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Anderson can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 4. The drive by Jordan. Here's Kerr. Second shot opportunity. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Bushler's checked in for Chicago. And Kerr drops them both. Good job there, buddy boy.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Here's Isley. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
It's still early, but they've started to establish themselves on the glass here.
Yeah, and that's due to their physical play. They're scrapping and clawing for each and every rebound out there.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
And again, Chicago running the court in transition. Kerr's shot is good.
Well, with this soft D, they're allowing them to shoot a very high percentage from the field so far.
Yeah, and they're just not offering any resistance, not making anything difficult for them, and they're able to kind of do whatever they want to do.
far, sets a screen. Picked him clean. Here's Bushler. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Chicago shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And the first one at the line is good. Chicago making a switch here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Bulls lead by 12. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
And the defense has been key in building this lead. They've really clamped down hard.
They've done a nice job, Steve. I think challenging every shot, a hand up on every shot.
Here's Pippen. On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. We've got Ostertag. John Stockton out there with Isley. Then there's Anderson, and it's Malone in at the 4.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Anderson passes to Isley. Back to Anderson. Puts up a 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Rodman dishes to Pippen. Kerr with it. Picked up by Stockton. Rodman sets a screen. Wennington passes to Kerr. And he's good on the 3-ball. Kerr's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Chicago. Jazz trail by 15. And the Bulls making a change here. Jordan's checked in. And a switch here also for Utah. Keefe is checked in for Isley. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
Ostertag, a screen on Jordan. Malone drives in. 6 on the shot clock. Stockton against Kerr. And Jordan sends it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Chicago leading by 15. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Kerr kicks to Jordan. 9 feet out. That's good. Jordan's got 10 points in the game.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Foster's checked in for Greg Ostertag. Jazz trail by 17. Stockton left side. Now Foster. Anderson outside. Just 5 to shoot. From 13, and he hits the jumper for 2. Stockton's got his second basket. Chicago with the ball. Kerr with it. He's got 7. Outside Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Rodman in the post. Malone on him. Blocked. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Shot's good. Stockton's got his third basket of the night.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
The Bulls leading by 13. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Wennington, defended by Foster, and they double up Jordan. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. With the shot, and Kerr with the basket on the assist by Wennington. Kerr's got 9 points.
Got him with the turnaround there. That was as sweet as honey.
Stockton against Kerr. Right wing. Anderson outside. Pass to Stockton. Jazz passing it around. Ball stolen. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading.
Oh, get it! Watch out now. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
And stolen by Stockton. Pippen with the steal. And it's Foster with the rebound. Jazz trail by 17. Keefe passes to Stockton. Kicks it to Foster. The pass to Keefe. Malone left side. Rodman with the block. The drive by Jordan. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Jordan having a terrific game. 12 points and also a block shot.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Luke Longley's checked in for Wennington. Bushler comes in for Scottie Pippen. And it's Harper in for Steve Kerr. Antoine Carr, he's checked in for Utah. Hornacek comes in for Keefe. Now here's Rodman. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Kukoc is checked in for Dennis Rodman. Stockton against Harper. Pass to Carr. Feeds it to Hornacek. Wants to get it to Malone and does. 6 to shoot. Luke Longley grabs the miss.
Got a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
A different look for Utah. Ostertag comes in for Carr. And Isley subbed in for John Stockton. Jazz trail by 19. 59 seconds left here in the second. Malone passes to Isley, and it's blocked. Outside Jordan. Unloads from 9. Good on the jump shot. Jordan's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
They need to stop this run.
I think it's time to switch things up, either by going to the bench or with a different look defensively.
From the baseline, another miss by Utah.
All he needed right there was simply to set himself up and then relax and shoot the ball. He threw himself off balance for no reason.
And they'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Exactly. No need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. But this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Here's Isley, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Howard Isley taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. And he ends up missing both free throws. From deep, Jordan buried it just in the nick of time.
He sure did, right on cue. Man, was that major drama. He loves those situations, though.
Boy, that was big time. Knew exactly how much time he had left, squared up, and let it fly.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's Chicago as they wrap up the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back. Getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Chicago leading by 22. Pippen is out there with Rodman. Then there's Harper. Then it's Longley. And it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Rodman with a screen on Hornacek. Here's Harper. Good D by Stockton. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Poke loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
18 seconds on the shot clock. 18.
Keefe passes to Stockton. Malone a screen on Harper. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. You could tell he was moving into the defender when he tried to set the screen.
Yeah, lowered that shoulder, dipped right into him, too. I mean, he was going to be called on that foul either way.
Here's Chicago. Up top, Pippen. Hornacek covering. Pippen kicks to Harper. Knocked away. Stolen by Stockton. Offensive rebound. Pass to Keefe. Hornacek against Jordan. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Jeff Hornacek.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
The Bulls have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
The line for 2.
Free throw good, Jordan. And he makes the first but misses the second. Now here's Stockton. He's got 6. And the rejection by Pippen.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
The shot's good from Rodman.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Stockton with it. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And the Jazz call time here.
So far, his shot selection has been questionable. A lot of tough, contested shots. If I'm coaching, I might sit him down for a minute.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yeah, during that break, the head coach of the Jazz had some words for his team. He said making sharp entry feeds, getting the ball into the post, and getting points on the low block is going to be critical the rest of the way. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half, and Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
And thank you for that, Doris. Hornacek dishes to Malone, and stolen by Jordan.
That was clearly a forced pass. There was no room for him to make it.
And that one's good. Jordan's got 22.
Again, lackluster transition defense.
And, you know, 7 of the last 10 points, Steve, they've given up have been off the fast break. So it's pretty easy to see the problem. Now you got to do something to correct it.
Jeff Hornacek on the wing, guarded by Jordan. Foster is screen on Harper. Just 5 to shoot. Shot from the wing. Stockton's shot is good. Stockton's got 8 points.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
They have been really controlling this one.
Well, now's not the time to get complacent, though, Kevin. You've got to continue to put your foot on the gas pedal.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
Then, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number, averaged over 2 a game, and even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. That is good. Stockton's got 10. The Bulls leading by 23. Harper up top. Passes it to Longley. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down. No challenge from the defense there, Clark. Could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish. See the way he times his passes so well? That was a great assist.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. The drive by Jordan. Goes back up. Malone with the block. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Some changes for Chicago. Kukoc comes in for Jordan. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Ron Harper. The Jazz also changing it up. Ostertag's checked in for Foster. And it's Anderson in for Keith. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Anderson. And here's Hornacek. He feeds it to Malone. And here's Anderson from the arc. Here's Ostertag. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
The Bulls leading by 21.
Timeout call.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there, and now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
Guys, we see teams taking a more data-driven approach. Analytics now, a big part of things. You see that in the front office. And Steve, that brings in some new faces.
Yeah, in fact, in the last 2 years, over a third of the NBA teams have hired new decision makers. So only a couple played in the league, the majority being, you know, more of the analytical types. So there's definitely been a sea change in terms of NBA leadership.
1:51 left to play in the third. It's stolen by Kerr. And again, Chicago running the court in transition. Oh, what a play!
Oh, look at that.
That is a
Bringing down the house. How's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway. Self-service.
the most magnificent alley-oop he could have chosen.
And he pulled it off, too. Remarkable.
Here's Isley. No good. And the Bulls going the other way now.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
And here's Utah. Malone, a screen on Kerr. Dishes to Hornacek. The Jazz working the ball around now.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Jordan kicks to Rodman from deep. Here's Longley, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
And they continue to run and gun throughout the game, guys.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Both free throws good from Longley. 52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And that one's good.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Over to the left wing. For three, Kerr. Rebound, Utah. Malone's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Anderson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
What an offensive performance it's been.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The drive by Jordan. Here's Rodman. Tries again. Utah with the rebound. Hornacek outside. It'll count. Got it off in time, but it's no good. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Bulls out front, just dominating this one. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports.
I'm a gangster, but y'all knew that. The big boss dog, yeah, I had to do that. I keep a blue flag hanging out my backside.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make, and he makes it flawlessly to set up that alley-oop.
I can't fake it, just break it, then when I take it, see.
Now Davis. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Keith. Foster is out there with Carr. Then there's Davis, and it's Isley in at the 2-guard spot.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Snatched away. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Harper. Another shot. He lays it in.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And they double up Davis. And there's the pass to Carr.
Guys, it seems like the league has been pretty forward-thinking, willing to embrace changes over time, always trying to improve the game. And I think, you know, they actually changed the competition committee over the last couple of years. It used to be every general manager. Now it's made up of 3 owners, 3 general managers, 3 coaches, and a player, which I think is a much more manageable group to work with.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Bulls. .60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Not often you see him take that shot. And with that new NBA competition committee, the league was hoping to create a more nimble leadership group to consider various initiatives.
And, you know, I think the culture of the NBA has been open to innovation and new things, new ways of doing things, new thinking, all in an effort to improve the game. And to me, that's what it's about.
Now here is Davis. Pass to Keith. And Foster kicks to Davis. The dish to Foster. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
Okay, that's more like it. A nice job here in the second. I mean, their field goal percentage is way up compared to what they did in the first half, where they shot a very low percentage. It actually was just above 30%.
Jordan, the pass to Simpkins. Smith on the wing. Outside Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Just 5 to shoot. Smith. Back to Jordan. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Jordan's got 9 points now in just the second half. Davis with it. Pass to Keith. Here's Isley.
You know, we saw some coach turnover heading into the season, but nothing like a year ago when there were 13 changes of NBA coaches. I think that was a record, or if not, it was really close to one. Even winning coaches were getting let go. A lot of new NBA owners are coming in, and in some ways, it is a changing of the guard, quite honestly.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Off the screen, and there's another one for the Jazz.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they've bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
And here is Jordan. And he dunks it home.
The offensive rebound gave him another crack at it, and he cashed in.
I did it with strength on the putback jam, Clark, with strength.
Love it.
Gritty.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
And it's Foster with the rebound.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
In low to Carr. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Bushler's checked in for Chicago. Kerr comes in for Smith. Utah also making some changes. Greg Ostertag, he's checked in for Foster. Williams comes in for Keith. And it's Anderson in for Davis. Passes it to Ostertag. Anderson outside. Now Ostertag inside. Well, since the turn of the century, guys, the Western Conference has ruled the roost, winning interconference matchups in 14 out of the last 15 seasons. To Steve, last season, the highest ever win percentage for the West at over 72%.
Yeah, and 8 of the league's top 10 teams played in the West record-wise. It may be time to take a fresh look at a top 16 playoff structure.
And last season, the 7th and 8th seed in the East made the playoffs with worse records than the 9th and 10th seeded teams in the West. Sure, the conference playoff structure reduces travel, but in the age of chartered flights, you could argue longer traveling distances are much less of a concern, and I would say amen to that.
Here's Harper. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And guys, I think the biggest advantage to a so-called top 16 playoff seeding is that it would possibly make for a more competitive finals. It's a playoff series that garners international attention anyway. You want to make sure that the last 2 teams standing are truly the best in the NBA.
Chicago calls timeout. They lead by 25. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter.
They've already picked up a number of fouls here, and they're in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet, keeping their hands up, and defending without fouling.
Chicago making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. There's 1:38 left in the game. No luck. And it's Utah the other way. Williams passes to Carr. The Jazz working the ball around now. All sorts of time. Isley, good. Isley's got 6 points in the quarter.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Bulls.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
Ostertag, a screen on Harper. Nobody near Williams. Again, the Jazz score.
This run probably just a case of too little too late.
But at least they're still going after it and playing hard. It would have been very easy to throw in the towel a while ago.
And there's the feed to Kerr. Jordan against Williams. There's the pass to Simpkins. To the right side. Clock at 6. It's tipped. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Here's Isley. That's good. 30 seconds left in the fourth. Now here's Kerr. Michael Jordan on the wing. From 17 feet out. Almost, but it rolls out. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Out to the right wing. Here's Anderson. Chicago grabs the miss.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And here's Jordan outside, off target with that shot. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Jordan.